Hey guys, what's going on? Giants instant reaction week 2 here. Sorry this video is going up a little late. I was actually at the game, so shout out to my friend who took me to the game. I don't know if she wants me to say her name on here, so I'm not going to, just in case. But yeah, I had a lot of fun at the game, even though they lost. We got to go on the field after, which is pretty cool. We threw a little touchdown passes to each other there. You know, I was quarterbacking a few. She was quarterbacking a few. I was playing receiver at a few. You know, actually I got them on video. I post them on Insta or Twitter, so you know, my handles are usually down here. But about the Giants, let's talk about this team, because I don't want to go, oh, here we go again. I don't want to say week 2 of the NFL season, oh, here we go again with the Giants, or oh, it's going to be another long season. But it's just, that's just where I feel this team is going, or that's where I feel this season is going. It's just these past few years have been tough. They have been tough. They have not been fun, and it just, today was bad. I went into this game thinking they could win. Honestly, even though I knew the defense was sus, as I've been describing them, I feel like I'm just going to stick with that word, even though there's probably a bunch of other words that would more accurately describe the defense. I thought they could win versus Josh Allen and, you know, Buffalo, and they couldn't. They couldn't. There was more wrong than just the defense, but let's start with the defense. They had some sacks today. I'll give them that. They had some sacks today, but again, there was times when they couldn't get pressure, but I think the pressure was a little better today, but you know, that's probably a given, or probably what we should have expected considering week 1 they played against that Dallas offensive line. But there was times where Josh Allen was just escaping the pocket or buying so much time and then completing a pass. And that's what I was nervous about coming into this game, because Josh Allen can move, he can run, he's athletic. So that was a concern. And then just the secondary. Oh my gosh. This, it's not great. It's not great. It's not good at all. And like I said last week, and like everyone's been saying, if you don't have pressure, your secondary is not going to play well. But I think it's more than that at this point. I think the secondary just isn't playing well. DeAndre Baker, I understand he's a rookie. He's kind of just being thrown into it and being like, okay, learn. So yeah, I understand how he's getting burnt in a few situations, but, you know, he's got to play better. But, you know, I'm not too disappointed in him, I guess, because he's learning. He's a rookie. It's his second game. So you got to give that guy time. And if the other corners aren't playing well, then, I mean, it just makes it harder for him. So I'm not too concerned about Baker, even though I know a lot of people are kind of trashing him a little bit, which I don't think is deserved. But another thing is the hands of the safeties. There were 2 possible picks. One of them was Baker, but that one would have been called back because of, I think there was a penalty, maybe holding or something, or pass interference, I forget. But that one would have been called back if he caught it. And then there was one where Josh Allen just, I think he almost got hit as he threw, and he just slinged the ball down the field. And Baker was going back for it, like looking back, he kind of slowed up because he knew he wasn't going to get it. And who was back there? I forget who was back there, but who was it? I forget who was back there, but they went to dive for it. One of the safeties, I forget which one, not Peppers, but one of the other 2, one of the captains, went to dive for it and missed it. And yeah, that was kind of a tough play, but you know, they still haven't got an interception yet on the season. But I guess they got to focus on coverage before they focus on their hands, you know what I mean? But I guess that defense has got to focus on that coverage first. And I think it's just game planning too. With Betcher, I think it's game planning. He's someone who does like to bring pressure, but then when you can't get pressure, when that's not working, then what happens, you know what I mean? When your system's not working, when what you like to do isn't working, then what? What are you going to shift to then? So that's what I think is going on defense. But then offensively, they weren't great either today. They were part of the problem for sure. You scored 1 touchdown on your opening drive, right? And that was all Saquon. Eli didn't throw 1 pass on that drive. I think Fowler had a little rushing thing he did there, like a little, you know, when they do the motion, kind of like a jet sweep type thing there. But Eli didn't throw on that drive, or, complete a pass on that drive. I don't remember if he threw, but I knew he definitely didn't complete a pass. And then they score a touchdown again. When do they score a touchdown again? Oh yeah, the 4th quarter. So you go from the opening drive to the 4th quarter without scoring a touchdown. You go from, I guess, after the opening drive to the 4th quarter without scoring a touchdown. That's not okay. And not even just a touchdown, they couldn't score points. Rosas missed that field goal, which was like, he's on my fantasy team too, so it was like, he missed it right in front of me, and I was like, so yeah, that can't happen. That cannot happen. You can't just not score points. Yeah, the defense isn't playing well, but offense has got to do something too. Eli didn't play great today. He didn't play great today. He threw 2 picks. One of them was kind of towards garbage time. The other one, actually, I was getting Dippin' Dot, so I didn't see exactly what happened, but I knew it was after the good punt return or kick return. I forget what it was. It was a punt return, I believe, and they were in great field position, and they threw picks, and that was going into the half, so that's kind of a momentum killer, because then the Bills got the ball to start off the second half. Yeah, it's just not, he didn't play well. He has to play better. He really does. And that's where the whole Daniel Jones thing comes into play, is this team doesn't look good, and it doesn't look like they're going to get a win. I don't want to say it doesn't look like they're going to get a win soon, because it's football. A win can happen any week. But it doesn't look like they're going to make a playoff run, which I also don't want to say because it's week 2, but let's be honest. It doesn't look good out there. It looks like there's a lot of issues, especially with play calling and schemes and all of that. So, I don't know. You have Daniel Jones. He has 2 weeks of being a backup under his belt, kind of studying film, whatever. He did well in the preseason, obviously. And I'm not saying, because he did well in the preseason, he's going to be a star the next time he plays, right? But if you do well in the preseason, the next logical step is to play in the regular season, which he did last week, but it was in garbage time, whatever. So, I saw on my phone, I got a notification. Shermer said Eli's still the starter, but I don't know. Time has got to be ticking on that, you know what I mean? And I love Eli. You guys know I love Eli. I grew up watching him. He's the only quarterback I remember watching. He's just probably my all-time favorite Giant, so I have so much love for Eli. But listen, Daniel Jones is the future of this team. That's not a question. He's going to be the starter one day. So just when is it going to happen? Because we know eventually it's going to happen. So it's just, you don't know when, and you hope Shermer handles it well. That's also a concern now. After seeing them play on the field like this, I'm like, oh my gosh, since this play calling and everything, the whole game plan doesn't look great. I hope they're going to handle this Daniel Jones situation correctly and help him grow and all that. But again, Eli, I have faith in Eli for that. I think Eli's really going to be a key, and Daniel Jones, success or, learning and all of that, and Daniel Jones mentoring, because Eli's mentoring him, or, doing what he does. But yeah, it's going to be tough next week versus Tampa. I think they can win that game, but I said that against the Bills, so let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's week 2 and I'm already feeling like this. Not great. Alright guys, I guess that's it for this video. Make sure you drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Peace out!